You ever wake up from a good dream and then be upset because that dream was too good to be real? That's exactly how I felt when Mario Strikers Battle League was announced. Except this wasn't a dream. This was happening. I mean, really happening. After 15 years of waiting, my wish finally came true. A new Mario Strikers game for a modern Nintendo console, and on the Switch too, no less. What a perfect combination. I can't lie to you though, despite my excitement, I couldn't help but taste the salt in the air, and I had no choice but to take a grain of it. But why? Isn't this exactly what you wanted? Yes, it's everything I wanted. But I was scared of the Mario Sports curse taking its next victim in Mario Strikers Battle League. Wait, hold on a second. What's the Mario Sports curse, you may be asking yourself? Well, let me inform you for a second. Believe it or not, Mario Strikers isn't the first Mario Sports game to be released on the Switch. Before Strikers, we had Mario Tennis Aces and the Mario Golf game. Sorry, I forgot the name of it. Both of these games saw a decent amount of hype behind them since we were finally getting a glimpse into the modern era of Mario sports games. When they finally came out though, the majority of people forgot they existed in about a week. Admittedly, Mario Tennis actually saw a decent amount of attention on release, but only because Bowser Jr. was busted and because the community saw potential for a competitive game, so it kept some players' attention for a while. But why? How could these games that seem to brim with so much potential be forgotten about so quickly? Because in reality, we didn't forget about those games. Nintendo did. Or at least it seemed that way with the way they treated the games in the first place. Mario Tennis Aces and Mario Golf both were promised extra content post-launch, but Nintendo lacks a fundamental understanding of how to keep an online game alive, and this isn't the only example either. The problem with this and lots of their other games as of late have been promises of extra content but taking way too long to follow up on those promises. Mario Maker 2, Mario Kart 8, and Animal Crossing all went a really long time without extra content, so people began to lose interest since Nintendo doesn't really seem to care about those games all that much. If Nintendo doesn't care, then why should we? Mario Kart is the only one that remained relevant because, I mean, it's fucking Mario Kart. The point being, the Mario Sports curse essentially boils down to a Mario Sports game being announced, people being optimistic for the game, it comes out, and then it dies quickly due to lack of content or because the game itself was simply mediocre. It's a damn shame too because Mario Tennis Aces actually had a lot of potential to be a mainstay in Nintendo's selection of multiplayer games for the Switch, but their old ways of thinking simply cannot comprehend how to keep a game alive that isn't named Smash or Mario Kart. So what happened? Did Mario Strikers Battle League fall ill to the curse? Unfortunately, yes. Yes, it did. Except it's an even bigger offender than Mario Tennis, and I'll tell you why. Holy shit, Deventerous, does this mean the game sucks? Nah, it's actually fine. I mean, the gameplay itself is still fun. They even add a little mechanics here and there to make the game a little more technical, which is cool. Art style is still pretty spot on. The soundtrack for this game absolutely slaps, and the characters still have their unique personalities to make matches more fun. While it is true that the game checks all the boxes for this to be a decent Mario Strikers game, it's still not a great one either. See, one of the most important things that I feel a sports game should have is some form of variety in gameplay modes or styles so that you can give players something to do outside of normal matches. If you get bored playing the game in its base mode, then there's really nothing else for you to do. At least Mario Tennis actually had a proper story mode and cutscenes. This is Mario Strikers in its most bare bones, watered down, basic form imaginable. Nothing has been added to progress the series in an interesting way outside of maybe gear, but that is not nearly enough. To me, it just feels like Nintendo made a Mario Strikers game so that all the people asking for one can shut up about it and check another game off the list. After playing this game for a while, the repetition slowly begins to creep in, and you just get bored of it. Let me give you an example that can pretty much sum up all my thoughts about this game. Let's say you tell me, hey Jose, I'm hungry, and I cook you up a nice chicken sandwich, right? You eat it and you go, that's pretty good. And then tomorrow you go, Jose, I'm hungry, and I make you a chicken sandwich exactly the same way as yesterday, and you go, this is still good, I guess. For a week straight, every day I give you the same chicken sandwich every single time with nothing added to make it interesting. After a while, you'd probably just get mad at me and just tell me to make you a steak or a burger or anything else. My chicken sandwich is just missing any spices, lettuce, tomato, sausage, cheese, anything that someone could expect from a chicken sandwich to make it feel complete. Otherwise, it's just gonna feel completely empty. The base might be good, but adding extra ingredients goes a long way to make a meal a lot more satisfying. This game is something I can play here and there with my friends or on my own on occasion, but lots of exposure to it will leave me feeling bored. Probably. I always like to say variety is the spice of life, and in this instance, this game is just about as vanilla as it gets, to be honest. Hey, Editor Deventerous here, just saying that I just saw the announcement of new DLC for the game, which includes Daisy, Shy Guy, and what seems to be some new gear and 2 more stages, which is cool. But I still feel like this probably would have been a lot more welcome or relevant if it was, maybe shown off 2 weeks before this. Now I feel like it might be a little bit, too late. Overall, I'd say if this game was $35, then it's definitely a steal. But since it's full price, don't bother.